Imagine a world where virtual property has just as much, if not more value than real property, where corporations and regular people alike are throwing tons of money at a fake universe, where you can experience the whole world and interact with the people in it without ever having to step foot outside of your door.
That's crazy talk!
If that sounds far-fetched, well, I've got news for you. This dystopian universe is already here. It's becoming a part of our daily lives, and it's quickly growing into a billion-dollar industry that you might be able to profit off of. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Arena. I'm a real estate agent here in Oregon in the real world, not the virtual world. But if you're new to the channel, I do post videos just talking about all of the latest news and developments in real estate, the workforce, and the economy at large, and why that information is relevant to you. I do also love posting vlogs documenting my experience as a real estate agent. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, definitely make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification so that you never miss another video. So as you've probably already guessed by now, in this video, we are going to be talking about the metaverse. It was only a matter of time before I made a video on this topic because it is just huge. I mean, this is truly the new frontier, and I feel like for me, as a real estate agent, to even hear about the fact that virtual land is selling for hundreds, thousands, in some cases millions of dollars is a mind-blowing concept, and I want to take you guys along on this journey with me. Now, to put it simply, the metaverse is really just a virtual experience where people will gather as digital avatars to do various things like play games, hang out with each other, interact with ads, even have work meetings, attend concerts, a whole host of activities can be done in this virtual land. It's essentially a game, but far more immersive than anything we've ever seen before. Think games like Second Life, The Sims, Fortnite, Minecraft. Basically, this is a similar concept, but just take any of those games and put them on steroids. It's, like I said, a lot more immersive than anything we've seen before. It's definitely freaky, and I'm going to get into all of the freaky stuff and kind of my opinions about it as a concept later on in this video. But it's also very exciting because this is almost like getting into the internet back in the 90s. We're really coming into this whole concept very, very early on, and there's a lot of potential to make a lot of money in this space at this point in time because it's still so new. As I'm sure you've probably already heard, corporations like Facebook have already thrown billions of dollars into creating virtual realms where they hope people will congregate. Mark Zuckerberg has even renamed the company as Meta because I really think he wants this to signal that he wants his company to be a part of this genesis of the metaverse. He really wants Meta, or Facebook, to be a key player in the beginning of this whole thing because he sees a huge profit opportunity in this whole concept. Now, there are various universes, or you can even refer to them as games within the metaverse, but two of the most popular ones that I kept running across in my research were Decentraland and The Sandbox. Justin Bieber even had a virtual concert in Decentraland, and there are actual people that are watching this as their digital avatars. So basically he would perform his song and then it would switch to this camera where Justin's avatar could see everyone's actual faces via like a webcam. It was like this whole array of people kind of like above him. This was a free event, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are going to be actual paid concerts in the metaverse in the future. Snoop Dogg is actually creating an exclusive hangout in The Sandbox, so the other metaverse that I was talking about, and you actually have to purchase exclusive NFT passes in order to participate in this hangout with Snoop Dogg. Just the fact that celebrities are jumping on board and doing this thing and people are paying money to participate in these events is insane. So really, I think this shows just the amount of potential that the metaverse has to be the next big thing. For this video specifically, what I want to really talk about is the creation and the purchase of virtual land in the metaverse. What's the point, and is it even worth it? Is this worthwhile to be paying attention to or investing in? Let's start off by talking about what you can use MetaLand for. Now, one of the companies to get into this whole thing is called the Metaverse Group. These are the guys that operate in Decentraland, and they have a parent company called Token.com, which purchased a 116 parcel estate in the heart of the Fashion Street district within Decentraland. Do you know how much money they spent on this? On this parcel of land, this parcel of fake land? $2.5 million. So basically the reason why they did this is they envisioned this fashion district in Decentraland to be a very popular parcel of land. So if brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, any other luxury really popular brands want to advertise there, what they're going to have to do is pay Token.com money in order to be able to use their space to run ads. It might sound crazy that investors are willing to pour millions of dollars into purchasing virtual land in this fashion district in Decentraland, but really the fact that they're anticipating that brands are going to want to advertise there really makes a lot of sense. Think about it. When you go to places like Times Square, where lots of people congregate, you see tons of billboards and posters and just ads everywhere. Why? Because advertisers know that a lot of people congregate in places like Times Square. There are a lot of eyeballs in that little piece of land, so that's why they advertise there. The whole point is to get a lot of eyes on their ads, so whether it's in the real world or the virtual world, brands don't care. They just want to make sure that there are people there that are going to be seeing their ads. I really believe that that's going to be the #1 most lucrative use for virtual land. As for a few other uses, for #2, you can host a business on your parcel of land. A lot of people are already selling virtual products, clothing, shoes, artwork, just a whole lot of different virtual products that they're selling. So if you buy a parcel of virtual land, you can have a little business or a shop there where digital avatars come and purchase actual products from you. You could have events, parties, meetings, just gatherings on your land. You could create games where people have to pay to play on your parcel of land. That's another way that you could use your land and make money. Or this land could just be your meta home. This can be your virtual dwelling. Now, what determines meta land value? How do we know which parcel of land is more valuable than the other? The principles of land value in the virtual world are pretty much the same as the principles of land value in the real world. You've got location, size, scarcity, and the fourth one, game popularity, which is really important in the metaverse. Now, for location, Token.com knew what they were doing when they purchased land specifically in the fashion district in Decentraland, because they predict that a lot of people will be congregating there. As for size, a larger parcel of land is almost always going to be more valuable and more expensive than a smaller one, unless your smaller parcel is in a very trendy area. But the next point, scarcity, I think that's really going to be one of the main aspects that determines the value of your metaverse land. With metaverses like Decentraland, they have a finite amount of parcels. So the creators of this metaverse are not just going to keep creating more. If they kept creating more, then there would be no reason to get in on this early. But the fact that there is only a certain amount means that people are going to eventually be in a rush to buy up all of this land before it's gone. And of course, with the last point, game popularity, again, if people are not coming to that metaverse, if they're not coming to Decentraland, if they're not coming to the sandbox, your land has no value because there's no people there. All right, now to the fun part. How do you participate, interact with, and invest in the metaverse? As I said previously, you cannot participate in the metaverse with US dollars. You need to use cryptocurrencies, which means that before you do any of this, you will need a digital wallet. The one I used is called Rainbow Ethereum Wallet. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, you still need to have the digital wallet in order to enter the game, create an avatar, and just roam around in the metaverse. All right, we are in. I'm going to play using my wallet. I have on my phone, new request from Decentraland. This isn't costing me anything. It just wants to confirm that I have my digital wallet in order to enter this universe. I'm here. Okay, perfect. Actually, this is great because I can show you guys the land. So, you have a lot of merchandise here, which is kind of what I was talking about before, where, oh my goodness, NFTs are a scam. How ironic. But if we go on land here, so this is really sick. Basically, this is like the Zillow of Decentraland, where you can look at all of the parcels of land that are available. Like I said, there are 90,000 of them. The creators said they will never make more, so that makes them pretty exclusive. So let's just click on a random one. So 510,000 mana, which is, oh my goodness, so much US dollars. I don't think that's grammatically correct. $1,735,575.59 in real money. Imagine paying over $1 million for a parcel of land, and you can buy it or bid on it. And I've already seen people, they're flipping this stuff. Look here. So I think this means it was originally purchased for 230,000 mana, and now they're flipping it for 510,000 mana. Let's look at this big one right here. Buy me. See what I'm saying is it's kind of like a listing, like a real estate listing. Best location in Upper DCL. I don't know what that means. Oh, probably Decentraland. Close to conference center, lots of action, one of the most visited spots in Decentraland. This is crazy. 500,000 mana, also like a little over $1 million. It currently has a bid on it for just about 200,000 mana, and that's going to expire in 24 days. So the owner has that opportunity to accept that offer, which is quite a bit, you know, below what they're listing it for. But let's look at this plaza. I can just bid whatever on this. It doesn't look like it's currently owned. You can look at Yoda's Temple. Quietly you must speak. You guys, 2,500,000 mana. Hold up, that's over 8 million. That's like 8.5 million. This is virtual land. This is virtual land. I want to see what this looks like. I want to see what Yoda's Temple looks like. Let's hit jump in. Oh, I'm bald now. Let's just randomize it. And whatever they give me is what I will be. NFTs are a scam. Perfect. You guys, how do I move her for real? Go. Walk. No. Ooh, what's this? Oh my goodness, there's places and events here. Is this not insane to anyone else? Okay, map. So backpack map. Okay, cool. I think that's where I'm at right now. Builder. Okay, so I don't actually own land, but this is where you would build out your land. This is sick, actually. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of what Decentraland specifically looks like. Sandbox looks a little bit more like Minecraft, but essentially that's what the platform looks like. It also gives you an idea of the prices. I mean, honestly, most of the prices that I have been seeing are thousands, if not over $1 million, which is just mind-blowing. There are very few parcels that I see that are still like a few $100s. They're out there, but there's just less of them. If this really is going to blow up in the near future, I can't even imagine how much higher prices can escalate. If we're already paying this much, that's insane.
Stop it. Get some help.
Which brings me to a really important point, and that is this a legitimate long-term investment? Is this a good investment at all? Like I said, this is very new, highly speculative, and highly volatile. This does have the potential to bring high reward if people do, you know, end up getting very interested in the metaverse. They congregate there, they actually go to events and concerts and all of these different things in the metaverse, and there are a lot of people located here, a lot of eyes, a lot of traffic. Then if you have land there, that could potentially bring you a lot of money in return. But the thing is, we simply don't know how popular this is going to be. And I think it's also really important to note that people don't need virtual real estate like they need physical, real world real estate. All of these new emerging assets like virtual land in the real estate, like NFT art, like just cryptocurrency in general, only has value because people are willing to pay a certain amount for them. They have value because we have decided that they have value. If you've ever heard the phrase, a house is worth only as much as someone is willing to pay for it, it's the same concept in the metaverse and with virtual assets in general. They only have value as long as people are willing to pay a certain amount of money for them. As soon as people decide, I'm not willing to pay this amount, or this isn't worth that much, then this asset has the potential to completely crash in value. There is also no objective way to value this asset yet. There's no objective way for us to decide how much a parcel of land in the metaverse is worth. It's only worth a certain amount because, like I said, people are, for some reason, willing to pay a certain amount of money for it. But in the real world, you know, when you're valuing a house, you have something called an appraisal. So a licensed appraiser will come out and determine, based on a very detailed process, what the value of a house is. This is the purpose for a home loan, so that the bank knows how much money is reasonable to lend to me if I want to buy this house. So there is an objective way where it makes sense why a person would determine a specific value for a house in the real world. But in the virtual world, there is no such process. It's only worth something because we've decided that it is. It has no inherent value. To put it bluntly, it's just too soon to tell. This is so new and we still don't know if it's going to be the next big thing or the next big flop. Personally, I do think that the metaverse does have a lot of potential to be successful in the future. I mean, it's already generated so much hype and interest, especially from big corporations that are pouring billions of dollars into creating virtual realms. So I do think that there's a lot of potential, and this seems like sort of a natural next step after the internet. But because it's so new and there isn't a way to objectively value this land, and we don't know how popular it's going to be in the future, I don't feel entirely comfortable investing directly just yet. Call me old-fashioned, but I still can't wrap my head around paying thousands of dollars for land that doesn't even exist in the real world. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more from me behind the scenes, definitely follow me on Instagram. My username is @ArenaD. I would love to interact with you on there. You guys also know that I am a licensed real estate agent in the state of Oregon. If you have any real estate needs, whether that's buying, selling, or investing in property, all of my contact information is in the description box down below. I would love to hear from you and help you achieve your home goals. Other than that, happy New Year, and I will see you next week or next year for a brand new video. Bye.